event there, but that doesn't look like it's active right now. Anyway, very quickly into game number 4 here. Petraeus has picked his map. We're getting all ready to go. And we are going to go into our next map here in game number 4. It is going to be in Tomb Valley, starting up at the top right-hand side as our yellow Zerg, who unfortunately lost that previous game, got some bailings inside his natural mineral line, and that's never a thing you want to hear as a Zerg player. It is Frenetic Array's Petraeus. His opponent, of course, doing a really good job with that high-pressure style that he's been pushing through most of his games here, is NVJazbas. Alright, so in Tomb Valley, bit of a bigger map. Of course, you do generally see Zerg versus Zerg. We'll generally obviously get to 2 base, but sometimes I really like seeing the 3rd base plays here on this map. It can get to really high roach count, really high infestors as well, and that can be quite interesting to see. Of course, you'll see the odd run-by that goes along from time to time, either with roaches or with lings, and thank you, JJW100. It is a you know, it's a full-time job doing solo, but it's all good. I kind of like doing solo, but of course it's good to have a co-caster every now and then, especially in Zerg versus Zerg. I had to put it out there. Of course, everyone from the C scene should already know, but I'm not like the most well-versed in Zerg versus Zerg, but I am doing my best to try and learn things, and I have been learning quite a lot doing the casting for doing some of the casting for the Barcraft New Zealand matches, and of course, you know, you see quite a lot of Zerg versus Zerg in the C area, so hopefully getting that knowledge along is going well for me, and it's not too crazy when I'm saying outlandish things. Anyway, so sporting pool going up from both players. It looks like Jazbas is going to get his extractor up extremely quickly, making sure that he's got a lot of gas. He may actually go for some early pressure again. His hatchery does go down at the natural, same for Petraeus, so they're going to looks like Petraeus is just sort of sticking with a very sort of standard sort of style, but with that early gas, as we mentioned, Jazbas is going to be able to get his speed up quite a lot faster than his opponent. Like, if you take into consideration that we've already got the extractor done and mining for Jazbas, but for Petraeus, his is only halfway done. He's sitting with the drone count up there at 14, meanwhile for Jazz he's at 15. And we'll have to see what he's going to do with this. Looks like the link speed has started. Is he going to do some kind of, perhaps, is this the Jerry build, guys? Is this the Jerry build? That's what I want to ask you guys in chat. In 2 minutes when you get this message, tell me if it is or not. But here comes some more links. So he's got 6 more links on the way. Will he be able to keep these scouting links from Petraeus out of his base? That's going to be the big question. Because if they get in and they see that there are going to be some very quick links here from Jazz, then we may see him prepare for some kind of early defense. Now, as we saw in the game on Ohana, Jazz did the exact same thing here with the Queens and the Lings on the ramp protecting what was going on inside. Yes, it is that Jerry build, I believe. We got a couple of Lings just popping out here. There are a total of, I believe that's 8 out on the map at the moment for Jazz. He's got 15 drones, 10 more Lings on the way. His speed is getting very close to finishing, and perhaps those couple of Lings there is a bit of a signal for Petraeus, so perhaps he'll know that there is that fishy little build coming along with it, has quite a lot of Lings, and 16 Lings now finishing up for Jazz. He's probably going to hit the accelerator and just go right about now because his speed is just about to finish. His opponent Petraeus is getting a little bit worried. He's got a Baneling Nest going up, Spinecrawler is also going up as well, but he may need a second or perhaps even a third one to defend against this properly. And as we can see, there are no sound on the stream. I don't know what you mean, because sound should be okay, but by the way, I'm going to do my best, guys. We've currently got, there it is, the Jerry build coming along, drones defending the Queens, beautiful defense here from Petraeus. He's got the Queens just at the back, the drones are going to soak up all the damage here, but is it enough? The Banes are going to try and finish up with the just sort of as the defense, the last line of defense here, and will they get inside? There are so many Lings that are in here for JazbZ. He hasn't actually gotten a huge amount done, but he's killed so many drones, and I mean, when you've killed that many drones, that's a bit of a worrying thing to see. And of course, a queen went down, quite a lot of those drones. We've now got some banelings to finally defend against these lings that are now coming in, and Jazz is going to try and hunt them down. As we can see, the lings now continuing to stream in from JazbZ. This high pressure play from him, just doing an insane amount of damage. As we can see, Betrayer's falling down, 25 supply for him. He's got a last remaining baneling there. Is he morphing anymore? Not at the moment. He doesn't really have the supply to sort of get that up, because if he tries to morph any of these lings into banes, then he's going to lose them while they're in their morphing state. And it looks like the hatch at the Nat is going to go down at a minimum, if not Betrayer's whole base, because there are so many lings now inside here. There are more on the way, just continuous production, and there it is. So game number 4 goes to JazbZ, and that takes him into a 3-1 situation right now. So he is looking quite good to continue on and do a lot of damage right now.